Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, October 14th, 2023. The second Saturday Art Walk will be taking place once again tonight at various downtown Joshua Tree art galleries who will be celebrating their opening receptions. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart has a list of galleries, artists, and themes for this Saturday's walk.
Art Queen East Gallery is presenting Feminal Reverence, a joint solo exhibition of mixed media paintings by local artists Susan Abbott and Valerie Davis, curated by Zara Khan. With explosions of color, harmony, and vigor, this exhibit is an ultimate expression of feminine energy, including figurative depictions of goddesses, symmetrical shapes, and abstracted sentiments, all pertaining to a woman's relationship with nature and the cosmos. The opening reception will run Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m., free admission and refreshments. The Beatnik Lounge presents Memories Were Once Dream exhibit, featuring the art of Patty Tobin Dietrich, Nicole Tobin, and Rachel Tobin Fulton at 6 p.m. Food Not Bombs will be serving food in front of the Beatnik during the show. The exhibit will be supplemented by experimental music at 8:30 p.m., featuring Casino Space Travel, Nylon on X, Insufficient Despair, Purple Organ, and Fog Machine. La Matador presents Limbo, The Art of Al Marcano book release. Marcano will be showing the original pages of the book's art and poetry at this opening reception from 6 to 9 p.m. And Hey There Projects presents Jonathan Edelhuber, The Collector's Library opening reception from 6 to 9 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
The Johnson Valley Oktoberfest is taking place today at the Johnson Valley Community Center. The beer garden opens at 3 p.m. where you can choose from one of 5 craft beers or a hard spiced apple cider. Between 6 and 7, take your choices from the buffet of classic German dishes. Grilled brats on a roll, sauerkraut, Brussels sprouts, and German potatoes, plus your choice of cakes from the dessert bar. Enjoy your craft brews indoors at the dining hall, outdoors in the beer garden, or in the Paul Van Hook Desert Dreams Garden. Admission is only $15 per person or $8 for kids 12 and under. The Johnson Valley Community Center is located off Highway 247 between mile markers 21 and 22. We'll have links and directions at our website. The High Desert Nature Museum in Yucca Valley has a new exhibit starting today, titled From Earthquakes to Epidemics, How Disasters Transform California's People and Places. The temporary exhibit explores the impact of natural and man-made disasters in California and examines major events in California's history and how many disasters have inspired positive changes within our communities. California covers over 100 million acres and ranks as one of the most populated states in the country and is prone to an array of natural and man-made disasters. The last century has seen historic droughts, earthquakes, wildfires, floods, and pandemics. While the Golden State has experienced these disasters regularly in the past, the frequency and intensity of these events has increased due to the acceleration of climate change. This exhibit will revisit some of those famous disasters using art, history, and science to give context to the impacts of recent and historic disasters in California. That exhibit starts today at the High Desert Nature Museum in Yucca Valley. You can get more information by visiting highdesertnaturemuseum.org. The Highway 62 art tours continue this weekend. With a look at this weekend's events, here's former art tour participant Jeff Harmetz.
The Highway 62 Art Tour continues this Saturday and Sunday, as well as the following weekend. The event sees high desert artists open the doors to their studios to the public for visits and sales. This year sees an even more eclectic mix of artwork, and the lineup of participating artists changes from weekend to weekend. So check your catalog or app to see who's open this weekend. And if you missed them last weekend, the up-and-coming talent from Copper Mountain College and Joshua Tree is being showcased at the campus's Greenleaf Library. All weekend long, 40 student artists will be participating in a group gallery show. The Highway 62 Art Tours runs Saturday and Sunday between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Grab a catalog from a local business or check out the app at a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmetz.
Those wanting to know more about the famous 29 Palms Weed Show will want to stop by a free Weed Show workshop tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Old Schoolhouse Museum. The 29 Palms Historical Society Weed Show Committee will give you the lowdown on how to create winning arrangements for this year's show on November 3rd and 4th. This year's theme is called The Hollywood Connection. The workshop is free and begins at 1 p.m. tomorrow. That's at the Old Schoolhouse Museum at 6760 National Park Drive in 29 Palms. The second annual Morongo Valley Music Festival continues this weekend from Saturday to Sunday with over 23 local bands from all over the Morongo Basin. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart shares this free event's lineup with us today.
Saturday, October 14th from noon to 11 p.m., Mario Lally and Friends, The Freaks, Hammer of the Oz, Karma Dealers, Landroid, and more. Sunday, October 15th from noon to 11 p.m., Los Pancho Tones, Z107.7's own Pat Kearns, Brad Bird, Rosa Pullman, John Curry, Spaghetti Western's own Jasmine and Lorenzo, and much, much more. Admission is free and parking will be available on the baseball field. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
Thanks, Gabe. Tonight they'll also be electing the Morongo Valley's second dog mayor, and this year it's opened up to goats as well. We'll have full coverage of election night and a report of the winner right here on Z107.7 News. A dance class from a prestigious choreographer is coming to the Morongo Basin tomorrow. Jeff Harmatz waltzes in with the details.
This Sunday, Emmy Award-winning choreographer and High Desert resident Ryan Heffington is teaching a free dance class at the Freedom Plaza Community Center in 29 Palms. Heffington is known for dances in Sia's music videos, the finale of Euphoria, and more television and film. His class will teach dance movements inspired by local ecology and wildlife, like the precious tortoise, the iconic Joshua tree, torrential monsoons, and more. This free class is open to everyone, including families and children over 6, and is being offered by the 29 Palms Public Arts Advisory Committee, funded in part by the California Arts Council. To register, use a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmatz.
Death Valley National Park has a planned reopening today, just in time for cooler weather to arrive. Travelers arriving from the west side of the park can take California Highway 136 just south of Lone Pine to California 190, noting that access to Olancha is not available. Expect traffic delays due to road work. Highway 190 also extends to the east side of the park to Death Valley Junction. There are still many roads closed, but there are reports of standing water at Badwater Basin, which is a rare sight for one of the hottest and lowest places on Earth. Always check park conditions for any public lands before visiting. We'll have links at this story on our website. Les Snodgrass has been named the 2023 Old Timer of the Year. The honor is bestowed upon one longtime local a year by the Morongo Basin Historical Society. Les came to 29 Palms as a Marine in 1977 and stayed after his retirement in 1989. He first came into the Historical Society looking for genealogical information in 2005. After several visits, he became a member of the Society, then a volunteer, and then a board member. In 2010, he was elected president and served in that role for 13 years. Les ushered in the digital age of the Society, and he's also responsible for the fully restored and viewable bus barn that houses the area's first piece of public transportation, the Hasty Bus. After 15 years, Lee resigned from the board of directors and continues to serve as a docent and Wednesday morning volunteer, keeping the archives in order and answering questions for volunteers and the public. Les will be a guest of honor at the Old Timers Gathering scheduled from 1 to 4 p.m. next Saturday, October 21st, at the museum, which is at 6760 National Park Drive. Admission to the gathering is free, although donations are always accepted. You can read more about Les Snodgrass and the Old Timer of the Year award at, you guessed it, Z107.7fm.com. And that's our local news. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting from the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.